Welcome into the Bro Force Squad podcast. We are the Bros Force Squads podcast. We're starting.
All right, let's start over.
Yeah,
Plus, you said welcome really weird.
Welcome. Welcome into the Bro Force Squad podcast. We're here to give you guys another world-famous movie commentary on Kronk's New Groove. Hopefully this drops after our Emperor's New Groove commentary, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We're coming at you live from the Kronks restaurant. I don't even remember what the fuck it's called, but it's awesome. Good food. You guys should check it out. Gave it a 5 out of 5 on Yelp. Here with me, let's start over. We're paused at the 6-second mark. Movie currently on Netflix. We're gonna, while you guys get synced up, go around the booth here and meet the bros. As always, I'm your host, Brian Banner, and to my right, my partner in crime, the mayor himself, Jeff Hornacek. Horns, was that the worst intro I've ever had?
No. I didn't mean to sound like the Emperor there. No,
I was about to say, was that like saying something?
I'm glad you referenced our Emperor's New Groove movie commentary. People check that out. And to the fucking kids in my neighborhood who keep driving by my house and vandalizing my garage because we've refused to do this one after dropping the first one, can you just fucking stop? My wife works early and she's asleep when you do that shit, okay? And it drives the dogs crazy. So here it is, Kronk's New Groove. We're doing it. We're drunk. Enjoy it, watch the movie with us, and shut the fuck up.
I don't even consider me drunk anymore. I think I'm hammered. So we're going to hit play. Again, we're at the 6-second mark, currently on Netflix. Disney's Kronk's New Groove. We're going to hit play in 3, 2, 1, play.
Squeaker, squeak, squeaking.
Squeakers, squeak, squeaking.
The odds of this still being on Netflix when this drops, very slim, because this is the type of movie they will drop so fucking fast.
Honestly, we probably have higher odds that this is going to be on Disney Plus by the time this drops.
Oh, definitely. So do you like the framing device here? Cheese explosion. They do the same thing in Emperor's New Groove where it starts with Cusco in the forest, but this time it's like Kronk and we'll Tarantino it and we'll go back. How did he get here?
Love it. I love it. I think this is the only way that you can have a movie like this. I don't think it works if you don't do it like this. And Kronk is just... he is Bro Force Squad Hall of Fame material. I mean, he hasn't been out of the league 5 years, so we can't officially induct him, but he's a first-round ballot pick.
Look, this movie is not incredible, but it's better than I thought. And Kronk, he was close, but he didn't quite get overexposed in this movie. I thought maybe too much screen time would fuck him up as a character. He's not as great as he is in Emperor's New Groove because I think that him and Yzma dynamic is so perfect.
He's definitely a role player. He's not gonna. He got a big contract and didn't deserve it, but he's a role player. He's your Chris Bosh, I think.
We'll talk about this throughout, but the fact that they got, even in much smaller roles, that Spade and Goodman came back.
Incredible.
And even Goodman's wife and Yzma, I don't know the names of their voice actors, but they both came back. I don't know how much this fucking cost Disney, but
did this come? This went straight to DVD, right? There's no way this was like,
yeah, I can't
anywhere else.
I don't think this was ever in theaters. No.
They literally they knew their place in this. They knew, okay, Kronk stole the show, which I don't think they intended. I don't think they realized Kronk was going to steal the show in Emperor's New Groove. And they were like, okay, we need to capitalize on this fucker because he destroyed that movie.
He's like the guy that has a big playoff game and then he signs a huge contract next season with some other team.
Yeah, he's like I don't even know who
Jeff Weaver did that once for someone.
Yeah, I was thinking Jeff Green did that too.
Yeah, Danny Green.
Yeah.
I'll say this about Disney, man. However much they must make a fucking killing on these straight to DVD movies because although most of them aren't good, they have a shit ton of them.
I'm sure we'll talk about this at length later, but with the evolution of streaming services and now obviously Disney, at the time of this recording, Disney Plus has been announced. It's coming out in the fall. they're going to make a fuck ton of movies like this, and it's just going to be like the Netflix trash.
Quick one question: is this Pacha's Village? All this is happening in still?
I think it is.
Okay, because I know that's the restaurant, but I couldn't remember because he keeps looking out at Pacha's house from the restaurant.
Yeah, I'm drunk, so I'll say I'm 89.3% sure this is Kronks Village.
That's good enough. Sorry I cut you off. Disney Plus.
Yeah, I think Disney Plus is going to put a lot of... I'm not going to say they're going to be quality, but they're going to be fun one-time watches. If you've got kids, you're not going to hate Friday night movie nights because you have to watch this with them. They're going to love it. You're going to be like, you know what? I was entertained for an hour and a half. Let's take a bath and go to bed. I'm going to go watch some porn now.
In that order.
Right, obviously.
A couple smart things here about bringing Kuzco in. Number one, let me know that David Spade is back in the film. That's big. Number two, they break the fourth wall in a great way by telling us, I'm not going to be in this movie a lot.
Right.
Which I think was smart.
Very smart. I think that's smart on David Spade's part because, I mean, nobody wants that much David Spade. But also, like, it's enough to where, hey, we still have that big name, but we're going to let you know this isn't my movie.
Plus, Kuzco, do we really give a fuck about him if he's not a llama?
No, he was a piece of shit the entire movie, even when he was a llama in the first one.
He learned a fucking lesson, Brian. God, hold a grudge much?
Yeah, I don't think he did.
Fuck you and not call you the next morning?
Honestly, this chick, the fucking PA announcer from Atlantis, Emperor...
It's the same character.
Yeah, it's the same fucking character. She's great.
2 orders, a queso, or something else, half-fried, greasy grease fries.
Now, even though I saw his name on the cast list, Pacha's voice sounds different in this.
Yeah, but it's Goodman, right?
Yeah, it is. So how much later? The baby's born. His wife looks fucking great.
Right. She's been doing Pilates or something. Honestly, she's probably like a top 15 animated hottie.
Yeah, I mean, she's not in the same league as like Lola Bunny, Jessica Rabbit, Nala, but
no,
right.
I'm not saying she's not an upper echelon, but she's definitely not bottom of the pack.
She is a ride or die, I will say that.
Is she? She's either bottom of the high or top of the middle.
Yeah, she would be like Ant-Man and the Wasp in the MCU.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'd agree with that.
Like I would still definitely fuck Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah, more specifically Ant-Man.
Come again?
Yes. A llama green. It's just
doesn't even make sense, but it's incredible.
Yeah, but it's great. Patrick Warburton is he is a great role player. Like, I don't think, other than the original Tick series, I don't think I've ever seen him headline anything that's like been anything. And correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I mean, obviously he's Joe and Family Guy in this.
Yeah.
Just great at it.
He's just, he knows his role. He knows his place. He stays in his wheelhouse, and he's fantastic at it.
Of course they're fucking out of spoons.
Yeah. Okay. How do you feel about the Devil and Angel? Because obviously this is a throwback to Emperor's New Groove. He had these then as well.
I thought they could have done more with them in this, man. They only come up like 2 or 3 times. They come up, I think, once with Yzma and then once like at the very end, kind of.
Yeah. I'm kind of surprised they didn't go more, but at the same time I'm not, because it's a good thing. We don't want to overplay it. My poppy.
Poppy. I mean, we're getting ahead of ourselves, but I hate his dad in this. And I don't mean in the way you're like, well, yeah, you're supposed to hate him. He's an asshole. He stops the movie dead.
He stops it dead, yeah. The first, I think you said this on, was it episode 69? Hey-oh. The first hour and 8 minutes of this movie are fantastic. The last 6, not great.
Yeah, guys, I don't know when this is going to drop, but go all the way back to our episode 69, which should have dropped. Some giggity sex. It's a sex thing. Should have dropped sometime around like late March, early April, because Banner and I, that's when we first saw this movie, and we did like a mini pseudo review in it. The nostril flare of total rejection. Why is she reading a bridal magazine? Bitch, no one's coming calling, trust me.
She's a maid of honor. She's doing her duty.
Whose maid of honor is she?
Her
Dude,
friend?
Kid Kronk, I could watch a movie on this guy. He's
Right?
great.
What they need to do is make a series of Kid Kronk.
Yeah, Kid Kronk and the little squirrels, that would be
Yeah.
incredible.
Squeak, squeaker, squeak, squeaker. The fact that he loves to bake and like that's shunned upon, again, like I'm not gonna say it's relatable, but it's not relatable either.
Kronk's the guy, like, you come home from the bar shit-faced and he'll whip up, like, just whatever you have in your cabinets and it'll taste fucking delicious.
Thurman's gonna hate me for saying this, but he's Thurman. I love, like...
He probably is Thurman in the kitchen.
Like,
you get drunk Thurman in there. I mean, sober Thurman, good enough. You get drunk Thurman in there, it's a combination of spices that you never think would work, but he'll get them to play together in a medley on your tongue that'll be like the Nutcracker Symphony.
Horns, I think you've met him. I know Thurman's met him. It's Bobby. It's my wife's best friend's husband. Great guy. Served our army. We thank him for that. Or served in the Marines. Excuse me.
Thank you for service.
We
Bob.
thank him for service. But that motherfucker, you get like 4 whiskeys.
Oh yeah, I've definitely met Bobby. I love Bobby.
You get him 4 whiskeys deep and maybe like a 6-pack of literally any beer. That motherfucker can cook.
We should play a cooking game with him, unbeknownst to him. Let's buy like random ingredients, set him out, get him drunk, and be like, "What's he gonna make?"
We did that. It was called.
We all win.
We did that. It was called The Night Before I Got Married. I honestly don't remember.
Forgive me for not remembering anything.
I was gonna say, I honestly don't remember if you were there. I know Thurman was there because he's who did my haircut for my wedding. But we were leaving for Hawaii the next day for like 2 weeks, so we had nothing in the house. And Bobby was like, "All right, I got you." He pulls out like chicken, bell peppers, like mozzarella cheese, chocolate syrup, cayenne pepper, and mustard, and somehow made the most delicious meal I've ever had in my life.
That sounds incredible.
It was insane.
But these old guys playing checkers, what's with this fucking dude not moving his back row?
I don't know. You have to. You've got to move him up.
You gonna play that defensive the whole time? Do you like how they brought the old guy back from the palace?
Rudy,
he's actually a pretty big part of this.
He's a huge part, and yeah, I liked it. I think that's one of this movie's strengths is that it takes the role players from the original and brings them to the forefront. I think you have to do that.
If I can just say this though, this is gonna sound like a much bigger indictment on this movie than I mean it to, because I mean, I take this movie for what it is. It's entertaining. Is it a top 50 Disney movie?
Fuck no.
Probably, yeah, probably not. But I think they had the idea, hey, let's do a Kronk movie, but there's really not a story here.
Now, I kind of look at it as it's like 2 or 3 mini stories.
It's like 2 or 3 episodes of Kronk's New Groove.
Also,
together.
real quick, he's feeding them slop, right, from Big Brother?
Isn't it just like oatmeal though? This looks like it's hot. I'm sorry, I mean, isn't it like cold oatmeal?
Yeah, I think it's like cold oatmeal with like hot dog in it.
They're have-nots, all the old guys.
Gotta take cold showers. I'd take that all summer though.
So I was confused by the framing device. I thought Yzma was going to be the main villain again, which I was kind of bummed about.
Yeah.
But then when she goes away so early, I'm like, well, what's happening here?
This movie doesn't really have a villain though. I mean, does it?
It's the villain is like Kronks. It kind of can't get out of his way.
Yeah.
The bouncing coin trick, I would fall for this shit.
I'd fall the fuck out of this.
He didn't even know he needed that coin until it bounced away from him.
Right. Do you like? Maybe I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but the fact that Yzma has a cattail.
I didn't really understand. Did she explain how she changed herself back? Beware cat. Back into a like hybrid person.
I don't know if she does or not, but I think it's funny that like she impersonates and like I guess not impersonates, but embodies the fact that she was turned into a cat and like she's a cat person now. I don't know. I don't know. It's one of those things. I think you buy it or you don't.
I'm definitely not watching Kronk's New Groove for its realism. She somehow got older, too. She's been banished, man. I mean, this is what happens.
She's got them pigtails. That's sexy.
He's like, weird, never seen you around. He knows the villagers pretty well.
This is gonna sound really weird, but does Yzma have the saggiest titties you've ever seen?
I don't know that I've ever seen, but they're very saggy. Yes. The movie makes a point to, what's the word I'm looking for? Emphasize isn't quite it, but they definitely make a point to show how disgusting she is.
Yes, they do.
Like in the first one, when she pulls up her leg to grab that knife, Kuzco's like, "Ah, don't." That is gross. I wish, one other thing I really wish, is getting greedy, that this movie would have shown Kronk wrestling in high school.
That would have been great.
That would have been fucking. And if he did wrestle Pacha, that would have been incredible.
But I feel like Pacha would have been a senior, and like Kronk would have been a freshman or something like that. Like,
but Kronk would have been that freshman who like wrestled varsity,
right?
You know, even though he like kind of got his ass kicked, he had a good attitude and he could make weight.
I also feel like Kronk would have been like a lightweight, like a 105 or like a 112 weight class, and then like
before he really hit his growth spurt.
Yeah, but then he was like, wait a minute, now I'm gonna start lifting weights, and just got fucking jacked.
Yeah. I love how she still has the little "It's a Small World" after all.
I cannot stand "It's a Small World." I mean, as fans of the pod, you guys know I'm a big Disney World, Disneyland fan. I cannot fucking stand "It's a Small World."
It's very creepy now that I've gotten older.
It's super just fucking stupid. This town, I mean, to have 2 secret layers. I love how they give
and he's like not smiling, because that's how it, or she's not smiling. It's how it always works, right?
Yeah, it's like the worst picture ever, and everybody's like, "Oh, look at you." So she's bottling like sewage, right?
They're basically drinking their own piss and whatever. Like when kids flush their condoms down the, like teenagers flush their condoms in the toilet. That's what's in here. The old people, though, I mean, they're just suckers, really.
Yeah. Look, they're the baby boomers. They got money to spend.
And Kronk's just buying this sales pitch. Hook, line, sinker.
I feel like Kronk is like, he's the middleman in a pyramid scheme. Like, he's the guy that is going to buy in 100%, but not get his return on investment. But he's going to be able to, like, sell anybody to get in on this.
Kronk's the guy who, like, you went to high school with. You didn't talk to him throughout college. And you see that LinkedIn message from him, and you're like, fuck, dude, I know what this is about. How you doing? I just want the best for you. That's how it starts off.
He always ends every message with "God bless, Kronk."
That was pretty impressive as she built that house of cards.
Do you like the fact that they went a little bit more musical in this one?
I don't. No,
don't
and I said this about the first one. They had that one song in the beginning. It was utter dog shit, and they stayed away from it.
Well, and I also feel like because Disney traditionally has just nailed the songs, just knocked them out of the park. You've got Tarzan, you've got Pocahontas, you've got Hercules, you've got Lion King, you've got Aladdin. They've knocked them.
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, I don't even think I said that. They've knocked them out of the park. I feel like by throwing this out there, it's kind of like a, hey, we're gonna piss on everybody else by throwing this dog shit out there. That's one thing I don't like about Emperor's New Groove or Kronk's New Groove.
I felt like with Emperor's New Groove especially. I mean, this one, whatever. How many eyes are really going to see this? With Emperor's New Groove, I feel like the studio was like, hey man, you got to have at least one song in there. And so you're like, fuck, all right, well, we can blend it in with the opening credits, sweep it under the rug, and then get on with the story. Because, yeah, you're right. Their track record, they're almost a victim of their own success, right? It's like,
yeah.
Well, fuck, we have no tale as old as time anywhere in our catalog for this movie. What are we going to do?
Well, and even that, like, they continued even after this, knocking it out of the park. Because Tangled came out after this, and you got fucking
Frozen, obviously. I mean,
yeah, Frozen.
Let It Go, you could argue. Moana had some great fucking songs.
Except The Rock fucking sucked in that. I can't stand The Rock in Moana.
I don't know The Rock. I'm familiar with Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, well, fuck. Either way, he fucking sucks, dude.
I've got hair. That's fucking good. These old people, man, they're great.
Yeah. No, honestly, the placebo effect works for them, and I hope when I'm their age that somebody sells me fucking piss shit that I can drink that's gonna make me feel like this.
I get the sentiment of what you're saying, but we got there in a weird. I love these hats.
Oh, I can fuck with these hats.
I
That one
want
is
the pyramid one
Cuscotopia,
for
right?
sure. Was it really?
I'm pretty sure the
Nice
blue
little
one was.
Easter egg. All these people now have radiation poisoning. But that's
I feel
fine.
like what this reminds me of the slime from Nickelodeon, which is kind of ironic.
From Double Dare.
Yeah. And what was that one? No, not Wild and Crazy Kids. The one was Suzanne Summers hosted.
Guts.
No, not Guts.
She also did that one where you had to like make up a Wild and Crazy Kids.
No, it wasn't Wild and Crazy Kids. It was like they had like the panel and they had to guess like what your talent was or whatever.
Not What Would You Do?
No,
Is
it
it-
wasn't What Would You Do?
Remember their song? What would you do?
What would you do? That was a great show too. Dude, they don't make shows like they did when we were kids.
Fuck no, they don't.
Uh
Cusco's back. This is good. I forgot they insert him here in the middle. I thought he was just kind of bookending the movie.
yeah, they did a really good job of keeping us grounded with him. I'm gonna look this shit up because it's gonna fucking bother me.
How much time do you think David Spade actually had to spend doing this? Probably not much, right?
He probably did 3 takes of each scene. He was in the studio 2 days.
Not even,
Tops.
probably.
Tops. Yeah, that one.
He always
That one was.
he is though, he's like fucking John Gruden with the telestrator.
I'm pretty sure it was Suzanne Summers. I'm looking it up, guys. I'm sorry. It's a super.
Her
unprofessional.
husband was the guy, Scott Summers. He's the one who hosted Double Dare. I love how he has like 37 piggy banks.
Well, don't you? What do you do when one gets full? Buy another one.
That's a good point. Poor Rudy. He's just such a, I mean, he's a fucking ride or die with Kronk, and you can't blame him. They've been
No.
through a lot.
That is a bitchin' house that Kronk puts up there.
So now that I think about it, people are probably screaming at their TV in the beginning when I made this mistake, thinking it was Pacha's house. But Kronk was probably just looking out at the old folks' home from the restaurant. Because if I remember right, in the movie, Pacha's, like, the restaurant that they stop at is like halfway on the trek from Pacha's house into the palace.
Yeah.
Kronk's a lefty. Who knew?
Yeah, that's interesting. Geiger's a lefty.
That was the most fake interest anyone's ever shown in my life. And I used to be married to my ex-wife, Rachel, so I know what it looks like. So he's doing all this just to impress Poppy, huh? To get that thumbs up?
I mean, don't you?
Yes. Kronk can clean up pretty nice, right? He looks like a good CEO here. He's already got a receptionist. Dude, the Margentina joke about Argentina, that was great, too.
Yeah, that was good.
Don't cry for me, Margentina.
Okay, I love the fact that Rudy's naked here. I think that's fucking hilarious.
That's just because Rudy is you in 50 years.
47.
I don't think being in your like late 60s is quite old enough to the excuse of
I think it's fine. The fact that he's still wearing like a nightcap.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're not slobs. You know how
He
much
probably
heat
has
you lose?
socks on too. Actually, I know he doesn't, but he should.
Guaranteed he has socks on. You fucking kidding me? You know how much heat you lose through your head when you sleep, Ryan?
I actually sleep with a beanie, especially since I cut my hair. I've been sleeping with a beanie the last week or so.
So I was wondering the Smeagol reference here. Is that over kids' heads, you think? Are kids watching Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, no, that was definitely for the adults.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's got to be. Here we go. We got the angel again.
This reminded me of the Jafar's new glasses gig or joke.
I can't believe we're doing it. We're fucking watching the movie.
Watching them. Well, I mean, the optometrist bit. I forgot about this. Does the devil pop up here? Or is it just
I don't.
the angel?
I don't think the devil pops up. I think it's only Angel, which I think is fairly interesting.
Well, it's weird because I would normally say their dynamic only. Okay, here
There
he
he
is.
is.
He's always late to the party. That's his thing. Rudy has got to get it together,
Yeah.
bro.
Rudy's on a little bit more than just fucking shit piss, right?
Yeah, Rudy's like, I can quit anytime I want to.
Yeah.
Kronk with just that kerchief looks really classy.
Are you disappointed they didn't bring back Kronk's spinach puffs?
Yeah, he makes a reference about how they might need more salt. And I thought he was going to bake them again.
Yeah.
They got to be on the menu at his restaurant, though,
For
right?
sure they are. They're one of those ones, like when you go to Chili's and it has the star next to it as like a fan favorite. That's his spinach puffs have got to be a fan favorite. For sure.
It's probably on like, the front part where it's like classics, and it has like the main appetizer, the main entree.
It's
and like
either
a dessert.
that or it's like when you go to In-N-Out and they have the secret menu and you can get it stuff like animal style. You know what I'm talking about?
Like if you have to go off menu. Like,
Yeah.
oh, God, I hate to do this, but
You're like, look, I want it this way, and they have a secret menu that like they don't advertise, but they know it and they will do it every time.
So I'm confused about this. They're about to elect Yzma emperor. Is Cusco not emperor?
I mean, I'm pretty sure this is a democracy, right? So every 4 years they have a vote, and like all the young people go out and show their support for their respective political party for the
Got it.
standings and
Except,
the topics that they believe in.
right? No, and that would be great if that that were the case. I don't think that's the government Mesoamerica had. I believe it was divine right. So God had told Cusco's family they were in charge. Hence why even when he was a baby, he was lavished.
This is completely off topic, has nothing to do with this movie. But we're from the Midwest.
That's a shame because we've been locked in so far.
We have been locked in, so it's time for us to go off the rails here a little bit. Those fucking bunions,
Jesus
are disgusting.
Christ, bro!
God damn it!
Can you imagine being the guy that had to come in that day and animate those?
Yeah,
He's like driving to work. He's like, motherfucker, today I'm drawing Rudy's goddamn bunions.
You know that's been on the schedule for a week, and he gets putting it on the
He's been
back
putting it
burner.
off.
Off topic though here, but the Thunder just went on a 24-0 run against the Pacers. Pacers didn't score in nearly 7 minutes.
Yeah,
That's
good
incredible.
because Thunder were getting their ass beat at halftime.
Yes,
so.
they were. But either way, completely off topic. Going
Bader,
back
you
to
love
your-
a good chase scene. We
I
got
do
the old
like a
folks
good
going
chase
after
scene.
Eastman here.
This isn't one that's going to tip the needle one way or the other, which for this movie is that's a good thing. It's not like, what the fuck are we doing here? It's fine.
This is pretty funny. Like the tricks they all doing, the slow-mo flip. Is there anything in this movie, and I know the answer to this, but I just have to ask, that's near as funny as in Emperor's New Groove at the end when the guy says, I've been turned into an elephant, can I go home?
No, there's nothing close.
Yes, and she excuses him.
That might be the best line of that whole movie.
Yeah, it's pretty close. Funniest scene, I think, is when Cusco, the squirrel pops the balloon animal
Yeah,
and he
That's
taunts him and the Panthers chase him. But the actual line, I would go with these alligators, man, they're all over this.
I think they're
fucking
the
village.
same alligator, or maybe in the same family as the one from Peter Pan. It's a connected universe.
They do look a lot like them.
Yeah.
I love that quote. Everyone take a step back, not you, Yzma. She would just fall off the fucking bridge.
I think it's
These
funny that we're doing Kronk's New Groove tonight because I feel like if there's a like real life Kronk, it's actually Gronk, as in Rob Gronkowski, who recently retired from football. But
Wow.
do you not see the similarities between the two?
Absolutely. And at the time you're listening to this, Rob Gronkowski could be dead or he could have a totally different career. I mean,
He
they're
may still
clearly
be playing. I don't know. As the time of this recording, though, he retired like 2 days ago.
Well, I don't think he'll still be playing unless he like unretires, which I don't see him. He's going to be like a wrestler or have a podcast or something.
His agent has apparently said, don't take that out of the cards. I could see him coming back and playing for like the Saints with Drew Brees and Des Bryant.
There's no chance that team is ever on the field. I'd love to see it though. Yzma as a bunny, much better than Yzma as a cat. Although I did like Yzma as a cat. And her getting grabbed is just fucking perfect.
Yeah, I love a good bird of prey.
And a nice little tie-in. I don't know if you remember, like, I think it's the very last shot of the movie. They show what happens to Yzma when they like pan it outside of the restaurant. I love how Rudy has the fucking wrist, like the sweatbands on his wrist. I was planning on working out today. Then all this shit happened. Well, now I'm just so my heart was racing.
He's taping his wrists up to play like one intramural flag football game.
Someone the other day was like, "Isn't it so weird how old people get so competitive about shuffleboard?" I was like, "I've never played shuffleboard. I'll fucking beat you at it, though."
Yeah.
Don't give me a shuffleboard stick. You don't think that'll get competitive real fast? And I was way off, dude. They use the Devil and Angels.
They use the Devil and Angels so much. How did I not remember this? Yeah.
Now I'm getting ahead of myself again, but do you? So there's 3 acts to this story, right? There's the Yzma act, the Birdwell act, and the Poppy act. Rank them best to worst.
Best Birdwell, second best or second worst Yzma, worst or last Poppy. Do we have the bell? Can we ding that and agree?
No, I think I'm going to go the same, though.
Yeah. Ding, ding, ding.
But I'll say this. Birdwell and Yzma, pretty close.
Pretty close. Like,
the
on
gap
any given day, you can convince me that one is better than the other.
Sure.
Pancake day. The Pancake Junction.
God, Margentina.
Fucking love it.
Don't cry for me,
Dude,
Margentina.
I would definitely get down on some Argentina.
Hey, you pick whichever one you want, because I'll take anything, and I'll take the other. This reminds me of the scene in the beginning when, in the first one, Emperor's New Groove, when Cusco's choosing his wife.
Yeah.
Let me guess, you have a
great personality.
This was a great line. And again, this one only adults will get. But I was saying the gap between the Birdwell and Yzma acts and the Poppy act is pretty substantial.
Yeah, but in this sort of movie, in this setting, the straight-to-DVD kind of world doesn't surprise me. And honestly, those first 2 acts, way better than I would expect. If you told me we're doing, which I can't believe we're doing, this is a Bro 4 Squad history. We're doing a straight-to-DVD movie commentary. If you would have told me literally probably 3 hours ago I'd be doing this.
God, I want to see his stag ring. His bachelor party.
Yeah, I'd go to that. Can you imagine Kronk in Vegas or like Atlantic City?
He would go nuts, bro. Be worse than Ray Rice. Totally different ways, but
let's not get ahead of ourselves.
So we did a Chopping Mall movie commentary. Check that out. Was that in theaters?
Shit, I don't even know that was straight to VHS, completely different league.
Or Betamax or some shit.
Yeah, right.
Dude, I really want to go camping now.
Yeah. You should go. Me and Thurman are going next month.
Really?
Yeah. When we get off pod, I'll let you know the dates.
Yeah, let's figure that out. The fact that the squirrel has a fucking hat on is so great.
So, which troop would you rather be in, Kronks or Birdwells? Because I feel like more life skills you're gonna get out of Birdwells, but Kronks just seems like way more fun. Like, yeah, Kronks seems like you're gonna get those, like, hey, I'm gonna try drugs for the first time and get drunk for the first time, and I'm gonna learn those life experiences. But like, if I'm trapped in a car that goes underwater and I need to know how to survive, or like zombie apocalypse happens, I want to be in Birdwell's camp.
Yeah, I think my parents would want to sign me up for Birdwells, but I would definitely want to sign up for Kronks.
How would you fare in the aquatic games?
Not well. I think I do pretty well in the cheerleading one. Maybe not in Birdwells because it relies so much on balance. But Kronks is more, it gives me the space to be creative. It allows for a lot of freestyling.
You either get it or don't.
Right, which is where I'd be much stronger. Birdwell, and this is part of the reason why I probably need it to my own admission, but it's more disciplined regimen. Now she still is a leader that will allow you to be yourself, certainly, as we see with the straw doll here, Mrs. Keisto. But she's gonna.
Does that
she
not
has
make
rules.
you want a taquito? Like just because
Absolutely.
it sound not trying to be like, oh, because it sounds Hispanic or whatever. It literally
looks
just
like a taquito
it
also.
literally sounds like a taquito. It looks like a tamale almost.
It does look like a tamale. But
Yeah.
now I want like a chicken taquito and
Like-
dip it in some white queso.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Almost like maybe a chimichanga.
By the way, these judges, bro. I mean, I understand it's their job, but like these are fucking children.
I mean,
Now-
they're not. There's no participation trophy here at the fucking aquatic games.
Is that water deep enough to dive in?
Yeah, it's like a drop off its cliff. Now, I also think that I don't think it's shallow enough though to be doing water aerobics like this.
All right, I have to make another drink real quick, but I have a question about this scene. I'm trying to think if I should, because when I watched this movie the other day, I was vaguely paying attention to this part. It was because I was doing something else, and I couldn't figure out why Birdwell got so mad at Kronk.
Yeah, I don't remember to be honest with you either.
Because look, I'm sure she's a freak in the sheets. Those are disgusting toes, though. But
Those aren't normal.
those are like moose toes.
Like maybe if you're into foot stuff. Actually, no. Even if you're into like feet stuff, you're like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, you're like, I'm not a freak. I just like feet. And be
Yeah.
like, what? But I felt like she just got mad at him for splashing her troop, and it seemed like a big overreaction. I think she overreacts twice, to be honest.
I feel like she has a secret crush on Kronk.
Nothing secret about it, bro. The sexual tension is palpable. They're
You-
practically fucking right in
Yeah,
front of
you
us.
could cut it with a fucking butter knife. All right, you go get a drink. I'll hold the down the fort.
I'd probably. Well, I'll save it for when they actually cook the raisin bread. But I have a great sexual analogy for what that is to their
All right,
relationship.
you got to hurry up then. You don't have a lot of time.
All right, lock in because I'll be gone maybe a minute at most. But what Kronk fucks up, I need to know.
Okay. The whole time that Kronk, he never actually gets in the water, but the fact that he's wearing a fucking hair, like a hair cap is fantastic. His troop is definitely like the fun V if we're going Iron Man style. Duh. This is Quito. I still want like some Mexican food right here. Maybe some chorizo. Good stuff. Also, if she was that wet, hey, her hat wouldn't be that stiff. He would be, but not her. See what I'm saying? I'm actually upset that I'm talking to myself right now because I feel like that was a pretty good joke. Who reads the rules? Like, rules are meant to be broken. I'm siding with Kronk here. Like, nobody's going to read a thesaurus full of fucking rules for the fucking chipmunk squad over here. The official chipmunk. You know what? We talked about this on one of our episodes. I don't remember which one it was, but you guys should check it out, broforcesquad.com. Chipmunks and squirrels, they're not the same thing, but they're acting like it is the same thing.
It's just poor judging. And the way they're speaking, it's almost like it's televised, but we all know this was just local TV. NBC didn't pick this up.
No. This is like, honestly, at this point in our in society, this is like ESPN Plus.
So what did I miss? Why is Birdwell mad at Kronk?
He got them all wet, and he didn't follow the rule books. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention.
Okay. So I think what we've established
Made
though,
a couple of
which is what
sexual jokes though.
you did or Kronk did? Or
Yes. I was actually I was telling the folks at home I was disappointed that I was talking to myself because I was really proud of the jokes. So come back to that. We're roughly like the 37-minute mark.
I wish that there was a double Dutch scene again. I think that was great.
That was
But that helped. That did help establish Kronk's rapport with the kids, which was big. But my question is, am I wrong in thinking that Birdwell tends to overreact?
I'm sorry. I'm just wishing Birdwell's towel fell off here.
I think you'd be disappointed.
Okay, here's a question. Birdwell or Pacha's wife?
Pacha's wife. Not even close.
Wow.
The accent.
Not
all
even
right, okay.
close?
The accent
Come
makes
on.
it closer. I'll say that.
Not even
Something
close?
about Pacha's wife, man. I just like how fucking...
Graded on the Bro Force Squad 5 criteria, bro.
All
I
right.
think you'd be surprised.
Acting, you're right. Pacha's wife would not fake an orgasm. I think Birdwell would, so I'll give it to her.
Okay.
Story, I mean, Pacha's wife faked everything with Yzma and Kronk, you know, when they try to pretend they were his relatives, so she could probably tell better stories. Best scene, I mean, Pacha's wife would probably rock my world. So
Pacha's wife, she had some history, like what she did back in college before she met Pacha.
Yeah, stuff that like you don't want to know, but you want to know.
Yeah.
Impact, the fact that Birdwell has a British accent in Mesoamerica, that's pretty impactful.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't even make fucking sense. So that's great. And rewatchability, assuming they're like in a swimsuit, I'll go push. So Pacha's wife, because it's a 2.5 tie, and the tiebreaker is what I decide.
Oh my god. This is a cool scene. This little montage.
Damn, dude, this is neck and neck.
Neck and neck.
So do we have 9 competitions and they what? Give them each a fucking point for... I don't understand. Are these the only 2 troops here also? This seems like it'd be a really popular camp.
I feel like this is like... Not regionals, but like county finals, maybe?
Yeah. See, this is where you want to get to tribals.
This is the first step.
John Gruden shows up and draws a fucking... This kid getting the devil, great touch.
Yeah.
The one with the fucking... The devil hood where you can't even see his little man bun.
Yeah, it's... Put the fucking pacifier in his mouth.
This just goes to show you, these guys develop... You know, the devil angel developed their influence at a young age.
Yeah.
Man, they've been going... This is 2-a-days, right? Because they already had their earlier practice.
Yeah, but one of them is quote-unquote voluntary.
That's right.
Yeah.
Coaches can't be there for that one, but you can have the trainers there, so you can give them the workout.
Exactly. As long as you're up in the office looking over through the glass, you're fine.
And you can like text the trainer, "Hey, why the fuck is Devin not doing his 40-yard sprints?"
Pretty sure you can use a walkie-talkie even.
I'm pretty sure Pacha's of the mindset of, look, if I lose one kid in this competition tomorrow, but we win, that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Yeah, that's a win, right? Win's a
All
win.
these parents signed the release waiver, so we're fucking free and clear. He's working them hard, but he's doing it out of love. Does she have a chipmunk?
I don't think she has a chipmunk.
Well, then she should automatically lose.
I
mean,
love
that's
this.
literally the fucking name of the camp.
All right, here you go.
The labeling part here is pretty hilarious, too. Probably if Kronk, do not touch unless you're Kronk. So what I was going to say is, knowing how much they value the culinary arts, him and Birdwell cooking raisin bread together is the equivalent of anal, wouldn't you say?
It's gotta be, right?
Like, it's that serious.
It's... I don't know that I would have ever put 2 and 2 together or put that analogy together, but now that you've put it in my mind, you're not wrong.
Like, he doesn't just do this with anyone. Now, what I want to know, did he buy those eggs from a place where that was already on there, or does he have some label maker that... Same with her. Like, that's on the box, right?
Yeah, that's like Rachel Ray or Martha Stewart or the fucking Pioneer Woman. Like, that's their brand.
Who is the Pioneer Woman?
You've never heard of the Pioneer Woman?
Is that her name, or is that something you're calling her?
That's like her brand. I don't know what her fucking name is, but she's the Pioneer Woman.
All right. I'll look it up.
She's got like a flowery crock pot and like bowls and shit, and she makes recipes. It's fantastic.
Are we still gonna eat those raisins that were on the floor?
I'm eating those raisins. Yo, real talk. Went to Sprouts the other day. Got some yogurt covered raisins and dark chocolate covered raisins.
Damn.
Yeah, you have to eat one and the other. I was actually really, really upset with Mrs. Banner, Mama Banner, because she was eating only the dark chocolate. It threw off the whole the whole equilibrium.
You know, Raisinets are my movie candy.
I do know that.
I did not know that they had dark chocolate, and I know it's not Raisinets brand, but that sounds delicious.
They're fantastic.
But the Raisinets in the popcorn, that's like an
game. Yeah, that's a game changer. Like, you're never gonna touch that.
So real quick, if you're listening at home and have not seen Avengers Infinity War, fast forward ahead like 30 seconds because of spoiler here at the end. But
you probably want to make it like a minute and a half.
Right, but also go to our Infinity War movie commentary. So skip ahead a minute and a half right now.
Did we do that?
We did. It was great.
Was I there?
It dropped on Christmas Day. You're all over it, man. You're all on it.
Wow.
But real quick, I saw a tweet that said the 5-second rule should be changed to the 10-second rule post Thanos snap because he also killed half the germs in the universe. And I was like, damn, that actually makes total sense.
Hold on, I need to take a minute to process this.
Yeah, like walk it off because it makes total sense, right? All living things.
That's even single-celled organisms.
Yep.
Wow.
This dance, okay. The end 5 minutes are horrible. This was rough for me.
Okay, I kind of like the whole Lady and the Tramp, like
that part's cool, but the song drags on so long. Like I was at this point, I had like a 20-minute period. It was pretty much the whole Birdwell act where I had to do something else on my laptop, so I was like peripherally watching, and I kind of missed all the Disney. By the way, they take the Lion King theme and directly rip it off in this movie. It's used.
Yeah, this is fine. Again, as somebody that has a young child, you have to do something weird and really fucking stupid like this to keep a child's attention for an hour and 15 minutes.
But isn't this scene just too long? Like, this is done. End it.
Again, if you have a young child, it's fine. That fucking turtle's from something else.
Yeah. Damn it. What is it?
I don't know. It's gonna bother you more than it's gonna bother me. What I still need to figure out is what the fuck that show was called.
I don't think Summer Sanders was definitely a real person, and Slime on Nickelodeon was definitely a real person. Did they ever come together in any creative medium? Maybe not.
They did. She was a swimmer. Just give me like 14 more seconds. I've got this.
How many relationships in film have been ruined because of itching powder? I mean, a lot, right? I can't count off the top of my head, but this is one that we're about to see. Itching powder is...
Figure it out.
Figure it out. Okay. I've heard of it. I don't think I ever watched it, though, which is crazy because I was the most 90s kid of the 90s.
You're not very 90s if you didn't know about Figure It Out. And then they had Figure It Out Wild Style.
Kronk falling here I thought was pretty funny. What was the game or the show on Nickelodeon where there would be like 4 teams? God, I love the show. And it would be like each team had like 4 or 5 kids.
Legends
and they
of
would
Hidden
give
Temple?
No. Well, that too. That was like teams of 2 though. But this show they would give you like household items and you had to make up a sport by the end of the show with them.
That was a Disney. I think that was a Disney show.
Oh, really? Like Disney Channel?
Yeah, it was a Disney Channel original show. Fuck.
I used to love that show because then like
because I would try and make up games all the time, like in my garage. Yeah.
But it would be shit that like you had. So like my brother and I would then be like, all right, let's go try and play this sport with the kids in our cul-de-sac. And all the sports were fucking stupid. Cause
it's like a broom. Like you have to like.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Hit a broom like a basketball.
Like dodgeball.
Yeah, with a broom, and you had to keep it from hitting the ground until it went in a hockey net.
Is that the stuffed animal that Cusco has in Emperor's New Groove?
I don't remember. I think so.
I'm sure it is.
It's
Continuity is pretty in this universe. Again, a little more. This will make, assuming they don't cut back to him before the end, 4 cuts of Cusco.
It's more Cusco than I remember. The first couple times around on this movie. Okay, I lied to you. I've only seen him
Le-
one other time other than this.
Les Pacha. I felt like I remembered him in it more. He's
Yeah,
really
but
his kids are a big part of it.
Pancha went to Monsters Inc. after this, and then
God, Raisin Bread sounds so good right now.
I actually think I have some downstairs. Might be happening when we get off of here.
Were you talking about toast or like you have like loaves?
I have a loaf of it right now.
Fuck.
So I could do toast. I may do a sandwich, like a little honey on it.
You won't.
Don't tempt me.
You won't.
Don't tempt me.
You want to know what's weird? Cinnamon raisin toast. I even like, because I don't. I think most people normally don't. I even like the ends of the loaf.
Yeah, I do the.
That's where like the raisins really come out. Does the kid's sister, Pacha's daughter, does she know about his plan to sabotage Birdwell's team? Because she obviously, for some reason, he's not here. Maybe because he's setting it up. She's not here for the speech of, "Hey guys, truce. I'm trying to dick down Birdwell real quick."
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like she's got to know something.
But I don't know if she.
But she may not know the plan, but she knows something's going down.
Yeah, this kid is me. The devil got to the best of him.
Okay, this is. I feel like the devil and the angels is like the light side, the dark side. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of get it.
So bad, but I hate to leave you alone again. But I really want to have this conversation with you. So as is tradition, I'll let you comment on the chipmunkian competition.
I got it. I got you.
Back in 45.
Team. There's no I in team. There's a U in it though. I don't know what I'm talking about. This is like. This isn't. I don't want to say it's like a one night stand because it's not. This is like they're in the honeymoon stage and Kronk is. He's smitten. Like we've all been here. Monogram mittens, man. If I knew that's all it took to get laid. Cronky poo, birdie poo. Dude, bird poo is the worst. Like, it only happens right after you wash your car, too. Here we go. This kid is kind of a little shit. Like, if we're gonna be honest with ourselves, like, he's got his own agenda, and I mean, you can't be mad at him for it, but like, he is a little fucking shithead.
And we're back.
I was just telling the folks how this guy's a little shit. I was also giggling at this whole like trampoline dance scene thing.
This is the competition that I think I could excel at because it's equal parts creativity and then equal parts, fluidity and dynamic teamwork. I just think it's something that I could really sink my teeth into.
I was also telling him how like I feel like Birdwell and Kronk's relationship, it's not like a one night stand, but this is like we've hooked up like 3 times and one of us is totally into it and the other one of us is totally not.
It's kind of like, well, you're here, so I guess.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that's the kind of relationship that we've got picturing here.
Birdwell, what do you think age-wise? What are we looking at?
She's definitely older than Kronk, right? About like 7 years, I feel like.
You would think, yeah.
Like I feel like he's like probably at this point in his career, maybe 28, and I feel like she's like 35.
So she's looking to settle down then. Like she needs to get knocked up real quick.
And he's in the position where like I don't necessarily want to settle down, but I'm not opposed to the idea either.
The right person has to come along, is the bottom line, right? I mean, we're not just gonna sit here and force love upon ourselves.
Yeah, like he's still out there to have fun, but like he's not opposed to the idea of this is where we're at.
There's a lot of fun still to be had if you're Kronk. Oh, my Netflix froze. It's disappointing.
That is upsetting.
Right, as of course, as is tradition with this show, someone's foot is on a bamboo stick.
Yeah, it happens every time. You need a timestamp?
I will when it lets me fucking watch it again.
What's Netflix's deal? Is Spielberg hacking them, or is he just so far up Apple Plus's fucking ass?
Don't get me started on.
I know. I've literally been holding back all night from getting you on that topic.
We'll go there. We probably have already gone there.
We've
on an
probably
episode,
already
actually,
gone there.
by the time you're listening to this.
It's just so fucking. It cracks me up how upsetting it is to you.
I had a tweet about it the other day.
I know. I saw it. I'm pretty sure I liked it. Poppy. We're about to get into the whole Poppy seat here.
All right, Netflix is gonna be a little dickhead.
Yeah, it happens.
I might just try and pull it up on my phone here.
Oh, we're fine. We're at 54:12. If it helps.
Poppy, man. So, I wonder if Kronk has any siblings.
Again, what if Kronk was like from a Kronk style Brady Bunch? I'd watch the fuck out of that.
I wonder what Kronk's last name is.
I think it's just Kronk. Like
It's
I think he's like Prince. Like he just has one name.
That makes sense.
Or like Elvis. He only has one name.
It's like there's only one Kronk. I don't understand what's so fucking hard about this.
Oh, he's got his oven mitts back.
Also, where'd he get his height from? Unless his mom is like Cheryl Miller. Because his dad is really fucking short.
Oh no. A full house of fondue night. Havarti's a party. Dude, I love Havarti cheese.
Dude, I love fondue.
But you don't want to make a mistake because then it's a fun don't.
All right. That's the end of the podcast.
All right. We've been the Bro Force Squad podcast. Check us out on Twitter. Visit our podcast on Twitter.
What?
I'm that drunk, and we're in a lull in the movie. So here we go. We got Pancha back.
Which is unfortunate because, all right, hang on. I needed my mom's Netflix login. Netflix, if you're listening, yes, we share a login.
You're the reason why you can only stream it on 2 fucking devices at a time.
Well, Netflix right now won't let me stream it on 1 fucking device at a time, so I don't feel bad.
They're on to you. That beer got really warm. That last sip was rough. Ugh.
You can't stop drinking because I'm just hitting my peak right now.
That was bad. I need to go get a cold one.
All right, you have a timestamp for me before you go?
Yeah, I got you. We got 56:34.
56. Awesome.
We got Pancha talking right now. I agree.
Perfect.
He is.
I'm back in on my laptop.
He is a
great.
little different. Is it Poppy's from Florida? How awesome is that?
Yeah, he probably owns a diner down there. That's where old people go to retire. Everyone knows that. Even if you live in Mesoamerica, it doesn't matter. His wife is great. I gotta say, and this is obviously the intention, but what a great show of support, the way all the villagers pretend to be his wife. What is with how they animate feet in this? They all look like Crash Bandicoot characters. I don't remember him hiding under the table.
I'm not mad about that though. I forgot that his name was Kronkers.
Man, his dad definitely wrestled in high school, just like Kronk.
For sure. But
His dad was probably a fullback in high school, too.
I was just about to say, he's still reliving the glory days.
Also, his dad, horny as hell.
Yeah, but wouldn't you if you were in a fucking diner with Poncha's wife?
You're not wrong. It's a great line. Well, he literally just asked. He's too stern of a grandpa.
7 3/4.
He's only a half. No, see, that is Poncha's house.
That is Poncha's house because that's where Cuscotopia was going. I wish we would have got more Cuscotopia.
I actually didn't even think that he put it on the adjacent hill. Yeah, we never even see it, do we?
We don't even see it.
Except for on a hat.
Yeah, are we having funding issues or what's going on here?
If Disney sold the Cuscotopia hat, I would buy the fuck out of that.
I'd buy the shit out of it. I'd actually probably buy just a Emperor's New Groove or a Kronks New Groove. Like if they had a shirt that had Kronks
with his diner logo on it,
yeah, I'd buy the shit out of that. I'm sure somewhere it's out there, but
Pacha went a little heavy on the eyeliner, and I think that's what turns Poppy on the most.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Because he looks like a 10-cent whore.
It's kind of funny because they had Cusco as a woman in this exact same diner in the first one.
Wow, maybe this is hey, at this point, maybe it's just a drag joint.
Heyo. Maybe
it is. Rudy is always right place, right time. He's like Robert Horry in the playoffs.
He really is. He's only playing 4 games a year, but he's playing the 4 games that matter.
And then he complains when he doesn't get minutes. It's like, dude, you have not been on the roster.
It's fine. He's upset when he doesn't get paid, but yet, hey, you're not winning if I'm not here.
Pacha is way too into this.
Pacha, I guarantee he's got some explaining to do, if you know what I mean.
He goes cruising. He's the guy on Cops they catch cruising the streets. I'm married, actually. Well, then why do you have lipstick on? Why is he so ashamed to cook? Oh, that's right. His dad got mad at him earlier.
His guy got mad at him for making cupcakes, which I'm going out. I'm just saying it. Cupcakes greater than regular cake.
The cuts in this scene edited worse than that scene in Bohemian Rhapsody,
which is hard to do.
55 cuts in a 30-second scene. Man, this guy is a horn dog.
Wouldn't you?
He's about to ask Pacha if he wants to go in the bathroom and fuck. Damn fondue night. I mean, that is going to be as packed as it ever gets here.
He's got the fucking tattoo that he can move himself.
All right, that's pretty funny.
Bobby.
So is this woman, do they have waiters also, or is she also the waiter?
I think she's the waitress. At a diner, you've got that lady that smokes 3 packs a day and drinks 4 gallons of coffee and doesn't eat a thing. That's her.
Another spit take, classic.
Raging Inferno.
Dude, Kronk is good with the chopping knife.
He is. Especially because that knife's like a fucking machete. I'd chop my goddamn dick off if I was chopping with something like that. Why are all the men pretending to be his wife? Does Kronk have some explaining to do?
No, I just think people recognize Kronk's contributions or Kronk-tributions to this Mesoamerican village. This is definitely a seafood place, right?
It's definitely a food place.
I mean, Kronk, he's Mormon. That's why he's got 11 wives.
Good thing they were drinking that piss shit earlier. Otherwise, they wouldn't have the energy.
We're babies because we have diapers on. But you're 96.
Argentina. Here we go. David Spade again.
Boom, baby. I think he's used very, very well in this.
I agree. I actually think he's used
on
better
second
in
watch.
this. I think he's used better in this than he was in Emperor's New Groove. Which is saying a lot because that literally is his movie.
It's tough to use him in this because, again, he's not the llama.
But also, they couldn't make him the llama. You
No,
know what
for
I mean?
sure.
Yeah, like
Absolutely.
all I could think about when this happened was, I wish he had some pasta because this is a perfect opportunity to make some great macaroni and cheese.
Or like some of those Tostitos scoops.
Yeah,
What a missed marketing opportunity.
Totino's wouldn't. They were driving too hard of a bargain. They wouldn't sponsor it. That's why they lost the Fiesta Bowl to PlayStation.
That's a big loss. Did we talk about live action casting for this movie? Who we would pick?
Probably.
Because I feel like we said Jason Momoa for Kronk.
Yeah, we said Jason Momoa. We also said The Rock, which
Either one.
either one. I mean, they're pretty
I
much
could
the
see
same.
more Jason Momoa as like the younger guy. Who would be Poppy?
Danny DeVito.
Yeah, I guess he's like a Christopher Walken, maybe.
Maybe. I'm just thinking like the physical build, I guess. Like the short, stocky.
But Poppy is in at least he doesn't look like he's gonna die in the next 5 minutes, like Danny DeVito.
True.
Who would play Pacha?
I still stand by John Goodman. Could
Yeah, I
play
think so,
Pacha.
too.
Yeah.
Cusco's a tough one to cast.
I feel like Cusco would be like Jake Long.
Ooh. All right.
I've thought about him for a while. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Pacha's wife is maybe like Olivia Wilde.
Ooh, I could see that. Yeah.
Rashida Jones, that's Pacha's
Yeah.
wife.
I was thinking Melissa Tomei also.
She could play anything. Give me
I feel
two
like
unknown kid actors.
Yzma could be like Glenn Close.
Or who's the chick from Westworld? Thandi Newton.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be
Make her look. Do your best to make her look
Yeah.
not attractive.
Her right there, the fucking waitress lady, has to be Betty White, right?
Yeah, she'd be good at that.
Who's Rudy?
Betty White and Jason Momoa together would be hilarious.
That would be fucking awesome.
What a ragtag group of heroes this is.
Who's Rudy? That's the real key. You got to get Rudy right.
Damn.
John Lithgow, maybe?
I hate to say his name, but who played the Mandarin? He's really good.
Oh, Ben Kingsley?
Ben Kingsley, yeah.
I could see
Ben
that.
Kingsley.
Or Jeffrey Rush, maybe?
No, he's not going to get the thumbs up. There's no fucking way.
There's no way.
There's no way. Holy Santa Claus
Wow.
shit.
Wow.
Timestamp is, I don't know how.
It doesn't
1
matter.
minute, 1 hour, 5 minutes, 48 seconds when he gets the thumbs up from Poppy. One thing I will say, this movie is not even really close to an hour 15 because it has like 8 minutes of credits. It has like the longest credit. I kept fast forwarding, like, is there an after credit scene? And there's not.
Who would play Birdwell? That's Thandi Newton.
Birdwell might be Thandi
Or
Newton.
or maybe Tessa Thompson.
Rebecca Ferguson is Birdwell, the chick from
Ooh.
those movies who I'm in love with. She's in The Greatest Showman.
I could see that too. You know, little off topic, but you know who I'm like slowly starting to dig more and more? Fucking Zendaya.
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah, like I don't know. I know she's a little young,
Yeah.
but the more and more I hear of her and everything, like the more and more I'm in.
I'm buying stock on Zendaya.
Yeah. I'm not buying stock in the fucking music in this. I'm just going to say franchise.
Yeah, every music scene stops it dead, but you know, I did not hate the Poppy stuff as much as I thought I did the first time around. A lot of this plays better on a second viewing.
It does. It also plays better because I'm drunk this time.
I am close to hammered, yeah.
I was hammered when we started, so.
Birdwell's pretty hot second viewing.
Still, Pacha's wife's got it. She's the greater in this. That's our next movie madness tournament. Animated hotness.
That's gonna be a weird one. A weird one to create.
Because you got like Nala going up against Bo Peep.
Damn. Don't make me choose. I have to get a whole new 5 criteria for that,
Right.
obviously.
Guys, that is Kronk's new groove.
Jesus.
I can't believe we did that. Is this
I
ever
can't
gonna?
believe we did.
Is this ever gonna get published?
Yes, obviously. If you listen to this and you've made it to the end, write Michigan in the comments and fuck it, I'll Venmo you $1.
Yeah, and you can't. It's not just like Michigan. You have to be like Michigan. Ha ha ha. It's the 3 ha's that's gonna get you the cash.
If you just write Michigan, Henrik, even if it's you, I don't care. It still counts.
Oh my god, I know Henrik's with us. He doesn't count. Like Henrik's he doesn't count anymore. I'm sorry. Like I love you to death, bro, but like you're literally, in fact, right here, Horns. I need you to text me.
Okay, I can text you. What do you need me to text you?
Just anything. It's fine.
Oh God.
This is for Henrik.
Hold it up to the mic.
Yeah, I'm getting it right here.
I could vaguely hear it. Let me do it one more time.
All right, right here.
Henrik, this is for you. What's the part right before it?
I think that's me being Chewbacca versus Henrik's daughter being Chewbacca. So my
I think
Chewbacca is
it's me.
obviously horrible. Henrik's is awesome. Henrik, we love you as we love all our fans. Guys, we are the Bro Force Squad podcast. You guys can check us out at www.broforcesquad.com. That's just one dot, not the double dot com.
But again, I want to know what happens if you type in. I hope it's just not 404 error.
It's fine. Even if it is, it's fine. Follow us on Twitter. Give us a like at Facebook on the Facebooks. We're at Bro4 Squad. Basically, just throw in Bro4 Squad podcast into the Googles. You'll find us. Jeff, what's that weird thing that you do?
Letterbox, bro.
Yeah.
Everyone fucking loves it.
Yeah, that thing. Give us a follow on that. We do stuff on there. Did I miss anything? We're on iTunes and YouTube, and are we on anything else?
iTunes, YouTube, Spotify.
I knew I was
Yeah, we're
missing
on
one
that.
of them. Guys, we love you to death. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight. Typical Tuesday night for us. Horns, you got anything for the fans?
It's Wednesday. That's my issue.
Interesting.
Also, a lot of money on these chipmunk games. Say that.
Yeah. Vegas had Birdwell at a -140.
God, Vegas fucking grabbed me by the ankles and shook me upside down. Every fucking penny came out of my pockets.
They had an over under at 12.
I know, and I took way over, and I parlayed it with squeaker squeak squeakins winning. So that wasn't good.
No, that was not good. That's on you though.
You told me not to. You said they're bad on the neutral site. I didn't listen to you.
We've derailed. We're the Bro Force Squad podcast. We'll see you guys next time.
Squeaker, squeak, squeak.
Squigger, squeak, squeaky, squeaks.